Hey everybody, my name is Puneet, and today I'm going to show you a pretty cool tool for betting, sports betting called OddsJam. Now, the purpose of OddsJam itself is pretty straightforward. You're basically guaranteeing yourself profit with every bet you make. And I know this sounds too good to be true, but trust me, as a user of this site, it's not. So the whole gist of this is you are betting both sides of the lines. So from a very beginner standpoint of betting, you have two lines you're going to bet against one team or against another. And the point of OddsJam is helping you find the lines that you always end out profitable. You always end up on top. So looking through this tool, there are a bunch of different ways to do that. There are a bunch of different ways to take advantage of it. And I'm just going to explain to you a couple of them today. And hopefully that'll help you understand this tool, understand how it works, and then hopefully hop on the bandwagon, because honestly, I've made so much more money doing arbitrage betting, which is what I'm going to go into now, than this whole year plus of me actually being in betting. Obviously, when you start betting, you really just want to make money and your eyes are kind of wide. You think you have some sure shot bets, but looking back at it, I really wish that I had heard about OddsJam before I started. So to get into it, like I said, this is just a tool that really makes sharp betting very easy. So as you can see, this is the main screen here. So basically what this has is just a breakdown of what you have and have not done. So you can see here that being from Virginia, here are pretty much the most popular sports books that are available in the state. So you can see my profit per sports book. Now I'm still relatively new to this tool as well, so I've not imported enough to populate all of them, but this is something that I'm working on right now. You can see here that you have different dashboards that show your profit over time. This being my first week, there's only one bar, but that's fine. You can look at profit by sportsbook, you can look at profit by sport, and profit by bet type. And there are a bunch of different types of bet types. So here we go into some of the main functions of the actual tool itself. So as you can see, very slick, very sleek in terms of a interface, very easy to use. So you have your drop down here, different betting tools. First one, and the one that I'm going to be talking about for the most part today, is the arbitrage betting. Now, arbitrage betting is exactly what I had just talked about, saying you bet both sides of one game so that you're guaranteeing yourself profit. And now what this does, OddsJam, is it provides you the best lines based off of different books. So obviously each book creates their own lines for these games. And it's OddsJam. Well, I wish I could be as good as OddsJam as finding all this stuff out, but I can't. Obviously, this program will put all of this information out for you. So as you can see here, for example, we'll sort by first the highest return. So you can see that once you open this up, you have a fight, Johnny Walker versus Thiago Santos. Now, DraftKings has this at plus 400 odds, meaning if you put in $100, you will return 500. So you'll make 400 and then your return of 100. Now, on the flip side, if on MGM here, you bet 100 to win 128. That's just how the lines are designed here. So this right here is telling you either this fight goes the distance or it does not go the distance. You only have those two options. Now, because it's plus 400 on DraftKings, you can then arbitrage it so that you are putting in, say, $100 stake into DraftKings, that it goes a distance. So if that wins, you'll get paid out $500. Next, to arbitrage this, you will say, okay, I'm going to go on to BetMGM, bet this at minus 357 odds, and you're going to put $390 on that, and that'll return you $500 as well. Now, regardless of the outcome, whether it goes a distance or it doesn't, you're going to be profiting 1.8%, which is $9.41. So you're basically saying you're going to lend out $500 for a couple hours, and then you will make $10 for it. Now, this is the fun stuff. It essentially is, how big is your bankroll? But the trick is, this isn't really a bankroll. You are essentially lending your money, like I said, for a few minutes, and then it's for a few hours, and then it's right back in your pocket. So for this, you want to bet 5,000 in total, you'll make $100. You literally make $100 doing nothing. So it's self-explanatory. The tool, it pays for itself. So that's one of the big things that I like. Again, you can sort by the biggest arbitrage that's currently available. You can also search by date. So if I want something just quick for tonight or for tomorrow during the day, I know I'm not going to be able to get to it. See, I know it is small, but hey, money is money. So say on this one, the run line for the Colorado Rockies and Washington Nationals, you have at BetMGM minus 182, you have the run line at Barstool or at BetRivers plus 185. So there's opportunity here. You can say, I'm going to put $1,000 on this and 500 on the run line for either Barstool or BetRivers. So let's flip it. Actually, we'll do 1,000 here and then 18. So you're betting $2,800, not betting. You are lending $2,800, and you will return and make 1060 in profit. Now I know that doesn't feel like a lot, but trust me, it adds up. You're literally making $10 for doing nothing, because your money's either going to be sitting in your balance on these sports books, or they're sitting in your bank account. This is a form of investing that I really am behind, and I'm really enjoying so far my time with this. So I did mention that I was arbitrage betting before this, and what I would do before the tool was sit here, crunch these numbers myself, and then input all of this information myself, as well as saying, okay, I just withdrew $400 from William Hill, which is now Caesars, or I would add $100 to FanDuel, add $100 to MGM. So it got too convoluted. It got too difficult. But the power of the tool again, not only does it have all these different betting tools, and I only went through arbitrage, but it also has low hold, middle, and positive EV betting. Now, if you don't know what these are, honestly, all you really have to do is click into it and hit a help button. And OddsJam has a video to show you exactly what it's talking about, as well as a little blurb. So it makes it very easy to understand these different ones. And I can certainly provide more videos with information on these other ones, since I know today I did really only go after arbitrage betting. But back to keeping track of everything. So this OddsJam also has a bet tracker. Now, this bet tracker essentially tracks everything for you. You don't have to do anything. You just input what you're doing, and then it spits everything out. So I know that there are a few actually that I have not done that I've not updated since putting them in. So for this one, it was an arbitrage bet, plus 108 and plus 125. It was an odds boost, so I know a lot of these books will offer boosts. So it was limited to how much I could enter into it. So $25 was the max at Caesars. So I can update this now because the Braves, they won. So I can update it from pending to 1 and save. And then I can do the same with the Phillies since they lost, and that's fine. But when we go back into then the dashboard, you can see that my ROI went up. My total profit went up because I ended up profiting because I played both sides of the arbitrage bet. Now, again, there are so many different ways that you can track your bets here. It's great. And you can put as much detail as you need in order to make it easy for you to track. Obviously, using a spreadsheet, it gets very old and it gets very difficult very quickly. So you don't want to rely on yourself because you're probably going to make mistakes. I know I have a million times. So having all of this right here for you is awesome. And also, it also allows you to track your deposits and your withdrawals from these different sports books. So all in all, obviously, this is a very powerful tool. I've only gone over arbitrage betting, but it does not offer just that. It offers a bunch of calculators. It offers a bunch of different tools to use, like the 3 that I mentioned, as well as bet trackers. So if you aren't on this now, I really recommend to hop on if you're serious about really betting and making money. I mean, the whole point of this is to make money. All of us are in it for the same reason. So let's try to beat the bookies together. This is the best way to do it because there's a guarantee that you will win, guarantee that you will profit. If you want to hear some more about this, my plan forward is I'm going to be trying to do a weekly video of a recap of my week just to show you guys the power of this tool and to show you how much I'm making, how much I'm betting. I also have a Twitter at betarbs, BETARBS, and there I'll be throwing out some random plays here and there that I'm taking advantage of myself using OddsJam. And I would love for you all to follow along. It's only going to make all of us money. So the more the merrier. I'd love to see you guys check it out. And I'd love to see you guys subscribe to OddsJam and let me know if you do. And I'd love to hear about it. All right, everyone. Take care.